Guess what, quarantinis and quarantine ooze? We're live.
Come on and listen to Jess. She got her show at the best. Come on and listen to Jess because the show is the best.
It's just the Sky Kid and a night around table.
Give points.
So, the quarantine sessions. We don't have anybody this week, so we're gonna go through the email. We're gonna play all of the Bandcamp stuff because we follow people on multiple different platforms, and so when they release new music,
Oh, he's touching his face.
so when he dies, I can get his stuff. Anyways,
Ain't worth anything anyways.
So anyways, we're going to go through our email. We're going to play Bandcamp stuff. So tonight, as a sneak peek of what's to follow, because I get Bandcamp emails daily, we're going to play Via Libre,
On the rig.
Chichi, Grupo Amigos, La Guerra del Diablo. I don't have any clue what I just said. Something the devil and friends. That's cool, right? So, ta-da, and then we got announcements. This was released by Groovy Records.
Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón. Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón. Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón. Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón. Ella detrás de una mata en la cabeza le dio males de todo el mundo para su espacio mandó. Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón. Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón. Al combatir al demonio ella la vuelta le dio los males de todo el mundo para otro lado mandó. Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón. Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón. Con pensamiento en mi padre no tengo más que temer. Él solo vive mi fe, la fe del mundo es poder.
I
Él
like
solo
it.
vive mi fe, la fe del mundo es poder. Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón. Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón. Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón. Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón.
Oh my God, crazy!
Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón.
Good thing we're not birds. My mating signals would be really weird.
Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón. Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón. Con pensamiento en mi padre no tengo más que temer. Él solo vive mi fe, la fe del mundo es poder. Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón. Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón. Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón. Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón.
Telling you to stop.
Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón. Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón. Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón. Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón. Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón. Ella tiró la flecha con su gran arco tirón.
Via Libre, Chichi, Grupo Amigos, La Guerra de Diablo. There you go. My Spanish is awesome. Hi, Josie! Another night of the round table is watching virtually. Thanks for joining us. We miss you, friend, in person. I think Adam Smith was also watching. It was just his birthday the other day, so happy birthday to you. And hi, Trisha from Merger Generation. Hope all of you guys out there in internet land are healthy and well, and that you stay that way.
Stay the fuck home.
Stay home. I know that's really hard to do. I know that right now there is a propensity to get together with your friends and do all these live shows, and these bands are amassing to do this in basements and stuff like that. Holy shit, you need to stop. Only because here are the projections. I don't know if you know this, but the population of the United States is 327.2 million, okay? They're estimating 220,000, right? 220,000 people die from this. If we follow all of the rules like we're supposed to. However, if we continue to go out and we spread this thing, they're looking at 1.2 to 2.1 million people. That leaves only 1 million people left in the United States. Do you want to be that person? I know that these are just projections, but we're seeing the bodies be, wheeled out and on pallets and put into refrigerator trucks in New York. So a lot of people think this is a conspiracy, that it was released or it's not real and it's something to cover up 5G. First off, 5G is fucking terrifying. If you've done no research on 5G, please research 5G. Coming from somebody who uses a multimedia platform to dissimulate her, actual show, don't use 5G. It's super fucking scary. Absolutely everything that falls within its radio waves dies of some sort of crazy sickness or cancer. So please, please, please stay home, do your research, look at what 5G is. Don't allow 5G. And this is how they're doing it. Here, we're all sick, stay home, we're gonna build these towers. Super horrible. Also, stop saying that Chinese people ate bats. Stop it. There's been a lot of proof that this is not that. Does corona exist in bats? Uh-huh. But coronavirus also exists in other mammals, specifically pangolins. And if you don't know what the fuck a pangolin is, look that shit up. It's a highly evolved, sophisticated mammal that actually doesn't have fur, hair.
Scales.
It has keratin scales, which is really hard skin. But not in a traditional fur hair sense. They are being hunted to the point of extinction and sold on the black market because we do know that Asian culture uses this a lot, and this doesn't mean go out and stab your Chinese neighbor friend. There just needs to be some more investigation when you have animals that are all smashed together and then you're selling them off. They've developed really cool sorts of, ways to get back at their main predator. Also, if I may touch on the new or expanded racism, xenophobia that has happened recently, knock it the fuck off. Stop blaming people. You can't go to your friend's house and then talk poorly about this country that whatever happened in. Fuck you, you're breaking all the rules to begin with, number one. And number two, stop it. We're all to blame because we're the same fucking race. Okay? Hi, Dan. Same race. So, just so you all know that, I guess I will get off my soapbox.
That's Josie.
Oh, that's Trisha. I just see the little hearts and stuff. It's like Lucky Charms. Hearts and likes and sad faces. What is it? Ha-ha-zan. I don't know. We're done. See? Ha-ha. And a heart. Anyways, we're like fucking Lucky Charms. Let's get back to music information. So, a lot of people are doing the live broadcast thing. If you have a live broadcast, feel free to share it on our page. We're all about that. During this time, if you have new music that you've released, share it again. You're always encouraged. Share your shit. Use our page. Do that sort of thing. This isn't a new thing. We've been doing this for 3 fucking years. People are just finally catching on that, like, hey, look, we can have presence online in a different sort of way. So Supernova International Ska Festival is doing Saturday night runs of a live broadcast. Cooley Ranks is the host, and he is interviewing bands that will have a spot in the up-and-coming Supernova Ska Fest, which is in June. I don't know. I know that everybody anticipates this will continue as a festival. However, if we look so far historically at other countries that are battling this, they've been shut down for 3+ months. So I'm glad we're optimistic and think that this will be over at the end of April, which starts tomorrow, but I think that's just a sick April Fool's joke. If you study any sort of virology and you look back historically about mass plagues that wiped people out, and that's what this would be, the Black Plague being the most recent, lasted 4 years. So get comfortable. Make sure to work out. Take care of yourself. Eat things that help your immune system. You can do things to busy yourself. That's what people did before we had real close quarters with anybody anyway. So appreciate every day and take it just like that. It's a day-by-day thing. We didn't fall off the face of the earth. Don't go to your friend's house. Fucking call them. That's why we have phones. And we've even got video phones. So go ahead and FaceTime your friend.
You're really there.
Right.
But don't be.
Be creative. Don't be dumb. I think that's all I wanted. Oh, we did share last Saturday's Supernova, which was Cooley Ranks and Chris Murray. And they were talking about, at the end of that video, well, where can people find you? Because Chris was going to do something Thursday. I think it's 5 Pacific time. That'd be 2 here. He was just going to do like a living room show. But Cooley asked, where can we find you? And he listed off all these different pages. I left a comment saying, consolidate your social media. Now is the perfect time, since we have time, to start consolidating your social media. If your band name is this on Facebook and a different thing on Instagram and yet a different thing on here, and your website doesn't match, none of those things are talking. So it's really detracting from metadata. Metadata is the internet's way of coding. So it is teaching the internet of your significance based on search items. So if you can, make sure to consolidate your social media, use a platform as your primary, and go from there. People who have X, Y, and Z pages all over the place, no one can find you. So again,
especially if it is by a different name. So
right. Sometimes that makes our job increasingly difficult because we're not able to find the artist. And so it helps on so many other sorts of things. There's tons of comments coming in. Thanks for engaging with us. We'll read them and get back to you when I can read them, because from a distance, I can't see any of these comments currently. Kip's going to read On This Day.
because that's your favorite part of Tuesday evening, isn't it?
It's the last day of March, and it went out like a lion.
Ah, yes. And today would have been my mom's 71st birthday. Rest in peace, Mom. So anyways, March 31st, today. All day. Happy birthday to Red Norvo, 1908. Freddie Green, 1911. Shirley Jones, The Partridge Family, 1934. Herb Alpert, 1935. Rodney Bainbridge, The Fortunes, 1944. Al Nickel, The Turtles, 1946.
Another Turtles.
Mick Ralphs, Mott the Hoople, 1944. Sean Hopper, Huey Lewis and the News, 1953. Because it's hip to be a square, because all I want is a new drug. Tony Brock, The Babies, 1954. Angus Young, AC/DC, 1955. Pat McGlynn, Bay City Rollers, 1958. Fun fact about the Bay City Rollers, most likely they were more of a disco sound, but they were in the magazine Punk back in 1970, whatever it was. Check that out if you got time to check it out, because you do. Paul Ferguson, Killing Joke, 1958. Julian Dean, Top Loader, 1971.
Is that where you go on the top back of the tank?
That's an upper decker.
Same thing.
Stefan Olsdahl, Placebo. I probably butchered that name. It's a weird name. Never seen it. Whatever. Tony Yayo, G-Unit, 1978. On to chart news. 1960, Lonnie Donegan at number 1 on the UK singles chart with My Old Man's a Dustman. 1962, Connie Francis at number 1 on the US singles chart with Don't Break the Heart That Loves You. 1962, Dion at number 1 in Australia with The Wanderer. 1973, Donny Osmond at number 1 on the UK singles chart with The 12th of Never. 1975, Skyhooks at number 1 in Australia with Horror Movie. I've never heard that before. 1976, The Brotherhood of Man at number 1 on the UK singles chart with Save Your Kisses for Me. 1984, Kenny Loggins at number 1 on the US singles chart with Footloose. Kick off your Sunday shoes. Ooze. All the ooze. 1990, David Bowie at number 1 in the UK album chart with Changes Bowie. Okay. 1990, Snap! With an exclamation point. At number 1 in the UK chart with The Power. Oh boy, here we go. 2002, Celine Dion at number 1 in the UK album chart with A New Day Has Come. 2010, Katy Perry at number 1 in the UK chart with Part of Me. Gig news. Ugh. Oh. Double ugh. 1957, Elvis Presley played 2 shows at the Olympia in Detroit, Michigan. And here's the second ugh. 1962, the Beatles played their first gig in the south of England at the Subscription Rooms, Stroud, on the same bill as the Rebel Rousers. 1967, Jimi Hendrix set fire to his guitar live on stage for the first time, appearing at the Astoria in London, England. It was the first night of a 24-date tour with the Walker Brothers, Cat Stevens, and Engelbert Humperdinck.
I love that name.
This is the third ugh.
It's a triple ugh.
Oh, that doesn't happen very often. It's usually the top 2, which is Elvis and the Beatles. Nobody gives a shit.
Is this you too?
No. This is another, Bruce Springsteen played Newcastle City Hall. 1990, Cher performed at the Starplex Amphitheater in Dallas, Texas. Music news, 1983, the Style Council made their debut on Top of the Pops with Speak Like a Child. And that is all for On This Day.
Ta-da! So again, spread love, not the virus. Wash your hands. Take care of your immune system. Figure out some good gut-healthy things. There's tons of gut-healthy recipes. If you want anything specific, feel free to shoot us a message, because we're really big about taking care of our guts. We're kind of like weird hippies who are all about old world medicine and, herbalists and apothecary and that sort of thing, because guess what? Those people lived.
Natural stuffs.
So
Natural stuffs. Take a shot of apple cider vinegar in the morning and at night. Makes you poop good, and it's good for your tummy.
Good for your tummy. So, we'll be back Thursday. We're going to go through Bandcamp emails. So if you have new music and you've been watching and you're like, hey, I want on, go ahead and just shoot us a message and we will play your music that you send. Thursday night, just be prepared for some ridiculous. We're just going to chill, play music. If you have a topic you'd like to talk about besides coronavirus, feel free to shoot us a message and we can talk about that.
By the way, I am fiending for a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
I haven't smoked a clove. So for those of you who don't know, I smoke clove cigarettes. I've not smoked a clove in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I haven't had a beer in almost a week.
There's beer.
Forced sobriety!
Yeah, there's beer in our fridge, but nope. Not ours.
We're respectful. So forced sobriety. Let's see what good can come of you with this quarantine thing. Stay home so that we can actually get out of this thing alive. And we'll catch you Thursday with Band Camp music. Okay?
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.